Hey everybody. Fuck, I'm tired. I know a lot of you are. I can hardly move. My bones are aching and muscles are aching and whole body is just dementedly uncomfortable, but it's not sickness uncomfortable. It's just like stress, like being torn in about 8 different directions all at the same time. Pains and discomforts that have always been in my body. I have a spot in my hip and I have the spot that's burning just off to the left side of my spine, just on the bottom of my ribs and neck, and just sitting and being completely relaxed and comfortable, and then realizing my tongue is up against the roof of my mouth, or my jaw is biting, or I'm holding my breath and I don't know where it comes from. It just shows up in waves right now, more intense than ever before. I can still breathe and that helps a little bit. So really not in comfort or ease and grace or any of those words we love to use as transcendent or awakened or whatever. But it's squeezing me to the point of a realization that I can't change any of it, and holding on or trying to help or trying to fix or learning or whatever. I will say with confidence I do the work every single day that shows up, and I've followed a spiritual path, and it's all a bunch of bullshit. Most of the things that work for other people don't work for me, and I see it happening vice versa. I see it as I've been taught that it's taking some responsibility for what's going on, or helping the world, or helping people, or shining light into the world. And that's never ending. I'll tell you that right now. There's always somebody that wants to take and wants the free ride and wants your light and wants you to show them the way and help them and fucking take. Because I just give. I'm unconditionally loving. I give, and I assume the best in people, and that's from where we're going. Because here it got me beaten to a pulp and sucked dry, and that's my own choice. I chose it, but I'm holding space for a world. Anybody that really truly knows me or has been following me for a while, I'm always love. I have suffering and pain and struggle, and I talk about it openly in ways that confuse people, but I'm always love. I'm always trying to see the best. And one of the hardest things of being a man, trying to be in relationship with women that are very masculine or forced to be very masculine, and I don't blame them, but just feeling decimated to try and please and meet them and hold space, because men have been mad, and men have the patriarchy and all these things, and I couldn't please a fucking one of them, and I had to give up. I'm giving up now. There's just so many. I had a experience. This woman was talking to me, and I helped her to meet her beloved, and she's all Galactic Federation of Light, and spent hours and hours trying to guide her in what I thought was right. And the next day she comes back and she is hating men, that some trauma has come out, and she's just projecting on me like there's no tomorrow. And I'd spent hours of love shining into her, and I just had to walk away. I had to stop right there when she started saying words and wanted to hurt me and kill me. And that's been my life experience many times. These women that are wounded and they just want a man to pay for their suffering and their struggle, and fucking fed up with that shit. I am a good man, and I've never done one of those things, but sometimes you have to set boundaries and you have to walk away. I don't scream and yell and hit or whatever, but when I cannot hold space for what's showing up. I can't stand there anymore and get beaten for it. So that was a hard lesson yesterday. Just why that always shows up, why women are so angry. Just doing my best. But I keep feeling like I have to step back. I can't continue to help the world or be of the world. I have to step back and observe and hold space and no longer participate in the insanity of this stuff, because it's exhausted me. And I think that's okay. It's about us. It's about our reality and about choosing ourselves and trying to please and participate and heal and fix and all that kind of stuff, I think, is what's being pushed out of me so that I don't do that anymore. It attaches me. That then causes me to be hurt and suffer more and struggle more. And I'm far beyond needing any more of that. So I'm pulling back. I'm going within. I'm just trying to find a place where I don't feel like I'm torn apart all the time by energies, people that I've helped, or energies I don't even know I'm attached to, trying to scream. Another woman in energetic showed up from my past through the woman I'm with right now and said, oh, she's gonna die and she's so sad because of what happened. And this woman cursed me and hurt me and tried to destroy me for nothing. I was going through my own struggles at the time. I had to step back. It's so demented. The wounds and the hurt of all the people in the world that just are clawing and screaming to not take responsibility or not to look inside. And I'm having to look inside. I'm having to look at me, and I'm having to choose me. And that may sound really selfish, but it's not. If we can't do it for ourselves first, you can't do it. If you're doing it for somebody else, they're always not going to be happy, or it's always not going to be enough. And you can never help the world, help and do people. All you can be is your shining example. And if the world wants to follow, that's their choice. But to have me help or fix or be of service is a hard one right now, because being of service is all twisted. I think it's about being of service to yourself first, and that's just like setting a boundary and making sure that your energetic field is clear and choosing things that meet you first rather than self-deprecation and all this other kind of stuff. So I'm seeing bits of that in the pain that's in my body, and I don't even feel like myself. I feel like I'm literally being torn out of my skin these last few days, and just anxious and keep looking and digging deeper and not sure what to do. All I can do is breathe and love and forgive myself and respect myself and set clear boundaries and step away from drama and other things, and then look inside and what's hurting and what's crying and what's grieving. And there's a lot of grief right now that all those things didn't work out, and follow the spiritual path of other people, and that didn't work out. And the only spiritual path that's ever served me is to listen to my intuition, listen to my inner knowing, do things that aren't in alignment maybe with other people, but feel good, and then they see it as maybe a better way. It's not about me teaching that or forcing that down anybody's throat. It's just saying, okay, this is what I'm feeling and this is how it hurts, and being honest about it, and taking wisdom from that, and then sharing the wisdom that I found. And if other people get some benefit of it, that's great. I'm not here to make people feel comfortable or happy in what I share. I share some stuff that's maybe scary or too close to home for people, or they might call it dark, but until it's in the light, until it's talked about, it's feeding on us. It's forcing us to do things because of our guilt and shame, and I won't do those things anymore. So breathe and let go and all the facets of the old reality have to go before we can let go and step into the new reality and the new dimension and the new possibility. If you have rules that block you and you follow the laws and you follow the rules and you're always good to people and all this kind of stuff, I can feel it tearing at me, because not all those things are in alignment with me. And it has to be about me first. And then if those other rules align and it feels good, then you continue. But otherwise, you're just like being pulled by this web of shit. So, yeah, this is a bit of an icky one. Just getting squashed through the birth canal of everything that no longer serves, and just musings, and I'm speaking of my truth to you all, and hopefully it resonates and we can start to continue to let go of that stuff that's dragging us down and stopping us and hurting our body, and breathing through it and letting it pass through, and then knowing that it's us first, and then once we're in a good place, we can maybe help people into the lifeboats afterwards. But until we've done it for us, pulling the rest of the world along with us is just exhausting us, and is probably why my body's hurting. And just freely expressing this is helping, and I let go of all those attachments, I let go of all those responsibilities, I let go of all those things so that I can be free, and then I can reset my knowing at the new awareness at 5D, wherever the hell this leads in my awakened state, and then things change. And then I get my life back, and it's from my reality, it's from my new beliefs, and it's from a new space of self-love. So, sorry this one isn't so light and airy, but I think it's really important we get really real with ourselves as we go through all this, and start loving ourselves first. So, thank you all. Love you all. I'm freaking exhausted. If I'm not on for a while, that's why. But I love you, and I thought I'd share this. Take it or leave it. If it hurts or it doesn't feel good for you or whatever, then don't bother. But this is truth, and as hard a truth as you can get. So thank you for listening. Thank you for all the hearts and loves and thumbs ups and all those beautiful things. Thank you, Leanie. I am always being me, no matter how hard it hurts, as I know you are. Thank you all. See you soon. Bye.